Hello, hello, hello. It's Kathy Vidal at MyStampingSpot.com coming to you with Thankful Thursday. Okay, you voted. There was a tie, so I chose Autumn Leaves. Hopefully, we'll find something in there we like. Grabbing my baby box because I have a feeling we're going to need it. And actually, I probably should have brought over some metallic paper. So while I'm waiting for people to tune in, I might just grab some metallic paper. And we'll see where we go with that. How's everybody doing today? It's Thursday. I have new eyes. Hey, Karen. Thanks for being here. All right. As you can see, I'm really pulling my scraps off my tables here. All right. I want to show you a few things first. So as you all know, I had my cataracts done. Second one was way easier than the first one because my vision is so bad. They couldn't get my left eye to a perfect vision. So I had a little trouble seeing there. But hey, Tina, thanks for being here. So now my right eye is done. Life is awesome, and I'm going to tell you right now, I think I need to hire a house cleaner. I had no idea the filth I was living in. But anyway, so this was from Lois. It's a great, obviously, get better card. Lois had her cataracts done years ago. And I wanted to point out, she used the punch, but look, she punched out of DSP, which I think is really cute. I love this set. It's a great set. Let's see. Okay, so this one is from Connie. Crazy Connie. And I really, this is awesome, but I really wanted to show you, look what she did. So there's a lot of bling on here. And so she just inked and embossed a piece of paper. It was like a pleasant surprise, and I'm going to save that for a card front. Isn't that cute? And she wrote "for protection" on the back. But I just think that's adorable. Look at that. So I'm not sure. Connie, if you're on here today, comment. Did you ink the folder or ink the paper? I'm guessing she inked the folder, but we're going to find out what she says. All right. So how cute is this? Look at the lovely layers. So this is the daisy set. Is it all about daisies? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. We've used it so much. I like how she used the little tiny daisies in the back. This was a box I had done previously. This is the image that she stamped in the back. Don't you love that? I love that. So thank you, Connie, for that. This is from a local in-house stamper, Deb Fortin. She sent me this Get Well card. Isn't that great? This is the inked and tiled stamp set. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this cutie patootie card is from Pat. Look how she embossed. Well, so this is Blushing Bride. I think my camera's picking it up as a funny color. But it's a beautiful pink. And this is all embossed, which I love. Looks great. All right. So thank you, everybody, for those. Now, I know that you asked for the fall, some of you asked for another one, and I apologize that I don't have the owl set for those that like the owls. So as long as we were doing that, this was a fun fold I made the other day. This video is a little further down the page, or you can find it on my Facebook group. I think I did this one maybe last Thursday. This is using all the awesome DSP. The autumn class. Can we talk about the awesome autumn class that I have going? So sadly, I ordered enough for all the people that pre-ordered the class, and the paper actually isn't even in, hey Debbie, the paper actually isn't even in stock until next week. So I have to order the paper for the class next week, but I ordered all the other products, the little bling that goes in it and the ribbons, and then I saw, so I stayed up till 2 a.m. my time and pre-ordered all the classes that people ordered. Then I saw first thing in the morning, hey Carol, glad you're here. I saw that the ribbon went out of stock, and I actually was kind of shocked that this went out so fast. I think this caught Stampin' Up off guard too. So I had to shut down the registration for this class. If you pre-registered, no worries. I have your products. If you saw my picture earlier, they're in my front hall currently. If the ribbon comes back in stock before we get ready to ship, I will send out another link. I'll open the link back up and you all can order it then. So I apologize if you missed out on that. I have one of this class left. This is the, what do we call this, Them Bones? This is the Halloween class. I think it's Them Bones. So I only have one of these left. The link is at the top of this post. So if you want it, now's the time to grab it. It's going to come with the little candy corn treats inside. So again, I'm sorry. This is, this product is sold out as well. These little tchotchkes here. And the glow-in-the-dark paper that comes in the kit. That's really why I had to. Shut this down. So there's only one left. Tina, I am not set up with PDFs yet, so I have to be honest with you. I don't have enough hours in the day to respond to everybody. If you've ever emailed me, you know sometimes it takes me a long time, and I apologize. I cannot take all the requests and individually email out PDFs. You'd be waiting forever. I am looking into a system where you purchase the PDF and it automatically dispenses it to you. I haven't gotten there yet. What I've seen, I'm not liking, but I want you to know it's in the works. But to answer your question, I'm sorry, I don't have that yet. So, but it is in the works because, Tina, you're not the first person to ask. So stay tuned. Okay. This is a $1 Million Achiever set. Amy. She and I have very similar tastes. Very similar. A lot of times I'll see things and I'll go, wow, that looks an awful lot like mine. And I'll notice it's Amy's. And Amy's done her card before me. The date is even before I've done mine. So Amy and I have very similar tastes. So it's interesting that I love this set so much, and I love the products that go with this set so much. And so I apologize that I don't really know her last name. Amy Koenders, Koenders. Look her up. If you like what I do, you'll probably like what she does as well. Because like I said, I'm sorry, I'm sipping on coffee. Like I said, we do have very similar tastes. Okay. That said, I wrestled with, do I use the paper that's not in stock? And I think you guys have all seen it. It's gorgeous paper, and if you're getting the kit, you will get some of the paper. I don't think I'm going to use the paper today, because currently you can't get the paper. So, I'm going to put that aside. I did bring over the adhesive back speckled dots. These are really gorgeous. Hey, Linda, how are you? These are, I hope that the camera can pick these up. I don't know if you're seeing it. They are truly speckled. And when I say speckled, you know how a robin's egg, it's like mostly light blue, but it has little dots in it? That's kind of what these are like. You probably can see it best here. Hello, hello, hello. So these are great. Pecan pie, the misty mauve. What other colors are in here? Oh gosh, they're not listed here. I'll have to look it up in the catalog for you, but I know that's pecan pie. That looks like crumb cake. That's the mauve. And I'm going to guess that this might be old olive, but I can look it up for you too. These are unorderable? Oh my gosh. I can't believe these are unorderable already. Well, thank goodness I took pre-orders. If you pre-ordered the autumn class, you are getting these. And hopefully they'll be back in soon. Thank you for letting me know that. So maybe I shouldn't use those today. All right, so I brought over, this paper is pretty cool. It's part of the autumn suite. And you know, I'm going to grab the catalog because I can't remember the name of it. It's this one here. Copper clay, crumb cake, moody muff. Oh, Mossy Meadow is that green. That's Mossy Meadow. Okay. This is the Oxidized Copper Special Designer Series paper. It has copper and pretty peacock in it. And it is really very pretty. It's very pretty. I'm sure you've seen this catalog, so I'm going to put that aside. So I have that. I have this gold. I have this distressed gold, which was on the low quantity list, and then I think it was back in stock. And this is what I used in the center of a lot of my leaves. It is gorgeous paper, gorgeous, gorgeous. Hey, Karen, how you doing? The stars I tried to order yesterday, they're already, I know, Karen, I know. There again, if anybody ordered the Oh Holy Night class, and I still do have some of these, this comes with a package of the stars, and I was able to get them. So, just so you know, I just want to make everybody. There's a fourth card. I'm missing a fourth card. This one has a fun fold. I just want to make sure everybody knows that if you pre-ordered a class, I have your products. So have no fear. I don't know where my fourth class went. But I'm really sorry about that, Karen. But have no fear. It'll all be back. I promise you that. Okay, let's get working. So, autumn. I like vanilla as opposed to white. I don't know why. I just think it blends better. I did pull over the Pecan Pie DSP, and I think I told you this set was Amy, and I noticed that she used the Pecan Pie gingham out of the glorious gingham paper. And since I'm going to try not to use that other beautiful paper, I thought, well, let's try this. So indirectly, we're going to case from her. I'm sure it'll look very different, but all right. I do have white here if I need it, and I have more vanilla. And I brought over some dyes. I just brought over generic dyes. I brought over the Stylish Shapes dyes, and I brought over the Nested Essential dyes, along with a mini embossing machine. So, let's see. I kind of love this Blackberry Bliss for these leaves. I thought I would try some Pecan Pie and Blackberry Bliss. And maybe we should add in a Mossy Meadow or an Old Olive. I'm looking for my Mossy Meadow. Oh, here it is. Let's try a Mossy Meadow. So now you're going to get to see me mess up. I think I'm just going to cut a layer, and we'll see what happens. So I'm cutting 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm not entirely sure I'm going to use this layer, but that's what I'm going with. I need a piece of scrap and some printer paper. All right. So I'm not going to die cut anything first. I'm just going to kind of look here at what I'm thinking about doing. So I love that these are, I don't know for sure that they're, what do we call it? Sunny Washington. It's beautiful here too, but very, very hot. As you can tell, my stamp set's very used and very loved. Not sure. What do you call it? Distinctive. I think these, it doesn't say distinctive, but I think it's distinctive. And we're going to find out. So in my head, I may, oh, my block is dirty. I think I am going to stamp my big maple leaf. Oh, you know, maple leaf should be red and yellow. Okay, now I have my Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to take some Cherry Cobbler. So these ones I'm going to put aside, because if you live anywhere where there's maple leaves, oh, they are gorgeous in the reds and yellows. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to realign this on my block better. I am going to stamp it in Daffodil Delight, and then I am going to kiss it to my ink pad. Now you can, if you're not comfortable doing this, you can take a little sponge dauber to add color, or I'll show you another way. You can take your Stampin' Right, and you can, this is called thumping. I haven't done this in a long time. And you can just add a little color this way. If we're going to do that, then I'm going to add more than one color. Where'd my Mossy Meadow marker go? There it is. And this is like a surprise, and every card is different. And this is True Fall. And now I'm wondering, do I have a Stampin' Mist over here with water in it? And I do. Okay. So, yeah, I am always excited for these products. Okay. Don't stamp it at your face. I'm going to do this over a barrel, but I'm lightly going to spritz this and try to get my colors to blend. Before I do that, let's just kiss a little bit. So I'm just touching the edges. I'm just rolling the edges around the edge of the stamp like that. Okay. The paste has arrived, but I have to admit, I had my eyes done and didn't have great vision there for a couple weeks while I was waiting for my second eye to be done. So I will be playing with that over the weekend. Look for it next week. I will post the day I'm going to play with the paste. Okay, so now I'm going to take this over to my barrel and just lightly mist it. There's not a lot of water on there, as you can see, but when I push it down, it will have a beautiful effect. So I cut a card base, but I actually think I may die cut this. Ooh, ah. All right. Let's play with another one. So when I think of this, I think of the big oaks, which are primarily brown. So I'm going to stamp this in pecan pie, but I am going to add a little green to it. I'm going to do it the same way. I'll keep it all kind of the same. I'm going to add a little green to this, like this. And again, you could do this with a little finger dauber. That would look great. And again, I'm going to put this over my barrel and just spray a little mist on there. Again, I think I'll die cut these. I wasn't really planning on it. So when I think of these oak leaves, I always think of them as being very brown. Not unlike that. So not all my color transferred. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up just a little bit of ink on my thumb, that's not my thumb, that's my pinky, and I am just gonna, because it has a very watercolor look, you could do this. There we go. Filled it in. Alright, let's close this up. Now when I think of these, I think of little birch leaves which turn very yellow, or they could be green. I think I'm going to bring in more green. So that would be the old olive. And I'm going to just stamp the old olive and add water. So this one I added a little more water than I normally would. See how much water is on there? Like that. Just so you can see the difference if you do a little water and a lot of water. So this is a lot of water. That's pretty mushy. That's pretty mushy. But I think if we add some of this gold paper in the center, hopefully it has a center in the dies, I think we'll be okay. Alright, I'm going to just kind of stack these over here. I'm going to close up these inks. We might have to do a secondary leaf. In fact, I think I'm just going to do one now while we're here and the inks are open. I think I am going to do more red than yellow. Oh, I have an idea. Boy, is that stained or is that, I'm going to get my, I'm not 100% sure if that's stained or if that's liquid, so I just don't want to, I might try to double stamp this one, see what happens. Okay. I am going to first stamp in yellow. So this is Daffodil Delight. Let's see if I can double stamp this. So first in Daffodil Delight. Then I'm going to come into my Cherry Cobbler. And I'm going to just lightly tap. Pick up some color. I'm going to spritz some water on this. And then I'm going to blot off so I don't have a lot of color. Let's see what this looks like. I've never done this. This is, I'm just playing. Just playing. Ooh, kind of cool. So I didn't get it lined up perfectly, but that's okay because we're going to die cut it. So it won't matter. Alright, let's see what happens here. Let's do some die cutting. Let's get some stems going and all the rest of it. Okay. I am going to close this up. I'm going to leave all these leaves here because just in case we need another leaf. So I have my mini machine. Give these a little swirly swirl. I'm sorry, I don't usually die cut in front of you because I try to keep it easy. Oh, I'm missing my white base and a clear plate. Let me go find that. Let me go find that in that heap of my room here. Now we have plates galore. Okay, I'm back. So we'll put my white one down. And, oh, look at this. It's a little too wide. I didn't think about this. I need to cut it because it can only be 3 inches. So I'm going to try this leaf. This leaf first. And, oh, look at that. I want to use that. This has really cool texture. So I need that one. And I'm going to use this for background, for sprigs. And I'm going to try to cut one of these at the same time just to shorten my time here. So this one goes here. Like that. And this one goes here. Now, if your tray is a little bit wobbly the way mine is, because it's well loved, take a sticky note and you can hold it down. And it will not affect. I've seen people do this with washi tape too. And that just kind of helps. And remember, this mini machine, you have to kind of stagger the plates. If you have them all lined up exactly, they will not go through. I know I say that all the time, but I figure, whoa. I figure there's always a time where someone's on here and they've never seen the mini machine. I call it the baby boss. I call it the boss and the baby boss. But it's technically the stamp. Cut. Okay. Yeah, what I'm hoping to do with that embossing paste, well, I might need to take a little scissors to that because I think it was so wet with ink it shifted, which is okay. I'm going to put this other stamped, where's my other stamped leaf? I lost it. Here we go. I think I will have to make some samples because it does take a while to dry, and then show how I did them with that embossing paste. So stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. And then we'll put this one on here, and hopefully this one will stick. Hopefully this one's dry enough. So they're not so pretty, but I think when we put them together they'll be beautiful. Sometimes you can't focus on the individual project you're making, the individual piece of what you're making. You have to focus on the project as a whole. Whoa. Okay, I see this one moving. I think that my paper is a little too wet, so my sticky notes don't want to adhere too well. So if you are going to do this, I highly suggest that you stamp and give it some time to dry so that yours don't shift too. Okay, now I'm going to cut a few pieces for the center, and I think well, just looking. Oh, I'm going to do it out of this. This is one of the pieces, and I'm going to do a little leaf out of this. That's going to bring in that pretty peacock paper. So first I'm just going to run this through to get me one of those little maple leaves. Oh, I should have done 2. Oh, well. I have 2 of the dies. I don't know why I didn't do 2. That's okay. So that's going to give me the little peacock paper. Don't be like me. Don't use your scissors. Use your pick tool. Yes, one of those mothers. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm not really one of those mothers, but whatever. Okay, so now on here, I am going to put the veins for the leaves. So this is the big maple. That's not really going to fit. That needs to be a little wider. So this is going to be this leaf. And you know what? Even though this should go longer, I'm going to sacrifice the very ends of these rather than going to cut another piece. And I'm okay with that. Sometimes you just have to be okay with that. Oh, I need to stagger my plate better. So the spokes on these leaves won't be quite as long as they should be. But again, I'm okay with that. Okay, let's put this aside. Let's get these little guys out. And again, if I had pre-done this, see that little sparkle? And I think it's okay that they don't go right to the end. I'm happy with that. Let me get this little guy out. Again, scissors are dangerous. Ooh, pretty. That really does lighten up that dark brown leaf. Adds a little, that's just the right amount of glitz to that. Okay, I need one more of the big pattern. And again, I'm sacrificing some of the extension to the veins. And then we need to cut a tag. There we go. Okay. And I feel like this needs something. I'm not loving this. I don't know. Well, you know what? Yeah, maybe tucked in behind it won't be so bad. I'm not loving it, but we'll see. That does not have a vein pattern. Alright, and there are a couple little greeting pieces in here. And there's that one. And so let me do those, because I don't really know what I want my greeting to be yet. So I'm just going to do one of each. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not going to fit. Guess we need a bigger piece. Now we can get one of each. This is how I always wind up with extra labels on my desk when I reach for them. This is how it happens. Okay, and again, I'm doing the letter E with my plates so they're not perfectly lined up. And I didn't end up using the bright shiny gold, which is okay. Alright, now we have something for greetings. We'll see what we like for that. Alright. Let's set this aside. Now let's make some decisions here. So I know I want a pecan base. I know that. Or I want a pecan layer, perhaps. I don't know if it's going to be a pecan base. Let's see. Do we like these on pecan? Or do we like them better on vanilla? Anybody have any input? What do you think? On vanilla or on pecan? Do you have any suggestions? While you're typing that in, I want to die cut a little something here. I want to die cut some like little vanilla. Oh, everybody's saying vanilla. Okay, then I'm going to put that gold away. And I'm just die cutting a little sprig for the back. And I could do it for you, but now you know how to die cut. So this is just this little sprig for the back, if we're going to do it on vanilla. Vanilla backed on pecan. So everybody's unanimous on this. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So I'm going to make a pecan base. I'm going to score it at 5.5. So I'm going to have a vertical card. Score it 5.5. Cut it 4 1/4. Gives me 2 card bases. One I'm going to put aside, and the other one we're going to leave here. Then we're going to do vanilla. 4 by 5 1/4. That's our next layer. And then let's start layering leaves and make some decisions about what we're going to do here. I'll put my cutter aside. Okay, I need some little liquid Tombow glue. Let's see. So all I'm going to do, I really need my silicone mat so I don't stick it to everything. I'm going to just trim this up just a little bit since my sticky note moved. And where it's on vanilla it probably doesn't matter, but I'm just going to do that. Okay, so best way to do this, I like to just put a glob and then kind of pick it up at the end and spread it. A glue brush. Do I have a glue brush right here? For those that have never seen this trick. Let me see, where is it? Where is my glue brush? Well, I'm making a new glue brush. You're all going to witness the new glue brush. So I take a piece of ribbon and I tie it on my blending brush. You never, ever, ever want to use this brush in ink again. This truly is the quickest and fastest way to spread liquid glue. So I'm just going to dab it, and then I can just dab it on here. Best to use a silicone mat like I am. And then, gosh, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, that's one. And let's do the next one. And it goes much faster than trying to... Again, I'm kind of wishing I trimmed this up a little bit. Maybe I will. Because, you know, this video is long enough. We needed to add more time to it. There we go. It's a little better. Not perfect, but there we go. Alright, I have my other leaf here. I'll pick up some more. And you'll notice I'm not adding it to the stem yet, because we need to wait and see where we're putting it before we add it to the stem. See, you can't even tell that I cut off the ends of the vein. I did it in the interest of saving scrap paper. Okay, and that one doesn't have one. Alright, I'm going to move this aside so it dries. Like I said, you can wash this, but don't ever use it with glue. You use a finger dauber. Well, there you go. Just as well. You do the same. Awesome. Karen, thank you. Okay, I'm not going to adhere my vanilla layer just in case we decide to add ribbon or what have you. I'm just going to kind of put these on here. I love this one, so this one's going to be front and center. I think this one's going to be a little lower because it's dark and I'm not crazy about it. Maybe we'll pull that green in like that. Like that, maybe. That's pretty dark with a little sprig here. Okay, so now to bring in this paper that Miss Amy used, I am going to cut a 2-inch strip. I think she used hers as a layer in the back. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. I just saw it and went, wow, that's really creative. Now, this is 4 1/4. I'm going to go the whole 4 1/4 because I'm going to have it come right over this wet vanilla piece. And so I'm actually going to adhere this vanilla piece like so. Oops. Now, why am I putting in the gingham? I'm putting in the gingham because I want my label to stand out on this vanilla. That's why I feel like I need to use a different color here. Okay, and, ooh. Too busy? Is that too busy, or do you like the small check? I actually think I like that. What do you think? I'm going with that. I hope you all like that, now that I gave you the option. So here we go. Oh, my adhesive is running out. And like I said, I'm going side to side. And I'm going to kind of just pop it there. Alright, let's start layering with dimensionals. This thing's going to be full of dimensionals. So the first thing I'm going to do is add some dimensionals to this big one and then tack these darker green leaves to the back. And then I'll add more dimensionals to the back of that. I think, oh, like that. I like that. So I'm going to tack some more dimensionals on here. There we go. I'm going to add this nice and high in the corner, like that. This is going to be my showstopper piece. I'm going to leave that for the end. I am going to have this one trail down. The little one, I think I'll put on after my label. I may tuck it underneath, or I may tuck it underneath, or I may pop it kind of on top. I'm just experimenting to see what I like. I think I like it up the top. So that's where I'm going to put that one. I'm missing. Someone's got some laughing. You never need a ribbon. That is the truth, never needing a reason to add ribbon. That is truth right there. Okay, I think I'm just going to kind of pop that like that. This little doobie, I think I'll have him come from here. There's a dimensional right here I'm going to attach it to. I think, if it lines up. There we go. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking like this. Or this. So let's choose a greeting. With a grateful heart, autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. I really love that. Although, if I do I'm thankful, then we can do the little teeny one underneath it. So what do you like? Do you like this shape? Like this, with this little one under it? Or do you like the bigger shape like that? Bigger or smaller? What do you think? I'm looking for input. What do you guys think? Bigger or smaller? I am going to do the pecan pie ink. I'm not getting a response, so I'm going to choose here. I hope that's okay. Bigger. Peg, thank you. Oh, we got a bigger and a smaller. Bigger. Okay, I think bigger is is more the winner. I'm sorry, Peg. Oh, Kathy, I'm sorry. Okay. It's a little crooked, but I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Geez, I didn't even use the Blackberry Bliss. Isn't that funny? So I thought these two colors would be what I'd use, and I wound up with all these other colors. See how life works sometimes? Sometimes you just have to go with it. Sometimes you just can't be too headstrong on what you want. Alright, so let's add a couple dimensionals here. And I'm going to move that little leaf aside. And I'm a little crooked. I'm going to let the words be crooked and let the label be straight. That was a hard choice. So these little die cuts, they actually die cut. You could put a ribbon through this if you wanted. I'm not going to, but you could. And I'm just going to pop that on there like that. Okay, I have my collection of stamps up here that I have to clean after. What do you think? I don't even think it needs ribbon. I thought about using ribbon. Oh, this is what we need. Right here. So all I'm going to do is just wrap it a couple times. Cut it. I'm going to cinch it in the middle. And let these bigger pieces hang down. And I'm going to add this under here. Pulling this baby off. And I need another dimensional. I should have done this before. Ah, the art of planning. So, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm lifting it up. I'm putting a little dimensional under there. Not even tying a bow. Just kind of simulating a bow. Pushing that back down. I'm just going to cut these ends a little bit. Whoops. Like this. So this is just the linen thread. Then I'm going to add this again. Whoop, I'm over the words. There we go. That's beautiful. That's what we needed. Alright, now let's add some bling. So rumor has it that these are out of stock. When they're back in stock, you're going to want to get them. These are the adhesive back speckled dots. So I'm going to add... You know what? I'm going to add this mauve color. It's the one color we didn't use. So, you know, it seems like we should. Because you can never have too much color, in my opinion. Well, I guess you can't have too much color, but just putting... I guess I'm doing a lot of different colors on here. Some of each. There we go. I didn't use the green. I guess... Well, I didn't want to use the green with that down here. I guess I'll add one more like that. That's a lot. That's a lot of bling on there. Well, there we have it. There are our autumn leaves. It's a great set. I want to show you how this texture works. Let me find the card I did with the texture. Here it is. Can you see how on that pretty peacock I added just that texture going right through the middle? I just put it right through the middle of that piece, and I love it. I love it. It's simple, yet elegant. And my pearl moved. That's alright. We'll squish it back into place. Okay. If, like I said, the ribbons open back up, I will be happy. If the ribbons come back in stock, I'll be happy to open this class back up. But in the meantime, there is so much fun you can do with this stamp set. It is great. The dies are fun. The stamps are great. I'm making a mess. So, there we go. Alright. Any questions? Anything else you want to know? Anything else you want to see? Don't forget, if you spend $35 with me and you use the hostess code attached... Is that all of them? Oh no, that's not all of them. I'm still missing all of these. Well, they're not all going to fit on here. Don't forget, these are the make and takes for the month. So you get one of each. All you need is an ink pad and a greeting. So you can, this DSP and the stamp sets in the in the holiday mini catalog. I wasn't crazy about this DSP at first, but after I started, oh, thank you. After I started working with it, I loved it. Loved it. All right, there we go. There's our Thankful Thursday. Well, thank you for being here today. I'm going to pop these in here. And I will see you tomorrow for Fun Fold Friday. It's always a surprise. And let me put that there so you know. And thanks so much, you guys. Thanks for all the cards and well wishes while I was gone, too. I hope you all have an awesome day. If you're in the Northeast, it's hot as Hades, so stay cool. Bye, you guys. Thank you.